Straight in, full chest session, you're going to use sofa, a chair or something sturdy, 2 cans and a container filled with items. Okay, so first exercise, decline press-ups. Decline press-ups are a great way to get that upper region of the chest pumped up with blood, making sure that you're really focusing on the upper chest and squeezing on the upward motion. Okay, so second set, I'm not sure what I was doing there, but we move. So exactly the same again, we should be making sure that we're really focusing on that squeeze on the way up. As you can see, I'm doing it at quite a fast pace, but that's down to your mind to muscle connection. If you feel that it's strong, go faster. If you need a bit more time, that's completely fine. Just make sure that you can really feel it in the upper chest. So third and final set of decline press-ups. Just from this exercise, I am starting to feel it. Just make sure you take your time and make sure you get to 20 reps. So on this exercise we're mimicking a Z press, but with it being a home workout I've chose to use a pan with apples and bananas in it. Obviously it's not the heaviest weight, but if you focus on your upward squeeze you can really feel it in your upper chest. Alternatively, you could hold a box with bricks or heavier items that you can find around your house if this isn't heavy enough for you. So in this exercise I'm using part of my sofa to prop myself up. That's just to give a bit more of an incline to keep the pressure more on the chest than the shoulders. Third and final set, remember to be breathing through these reps, as I keep forgetting to do. Last kind of safety point is for this one, don't drop the pan on your head for obvious reasons, especially if you've got bricks in it. And try and stay in neutral spine, which would mean your neck, your head and your back all being in a line, although I didn't show that great in this video. This next exercise is what I like to call box press. So effectively this is bench press with no bench and no bar. As I mentioned before, this can be any variation of sturdy container. Just load it up with books, bricks or any items that you feel safe to push. So what I chose to put in the box for my weight was my mum's collection of Therapy Today magazines. I think there's around 50 magazines there, but still it made some nice weight. Just to add on, that discretion is advised, and if you are going to be lifting anything heavy, make sure that your box is sturdy and you're happy with the weight. So second set, chest, triceps and shoulders to be fair were hurting at this point. Just another point about neutral spine, if you look, my head, top of my back and my bum haven't left the floor. That's just keeping me in a completely straight line and keeping neutral spine obtained. So here I'm actually going to show how I put it down onto my stomach and then onto the floor. Oh, camera caught me off guard, but this is how you'd pick it up onto the stomach. Use your pelvis to lift the weight up and then just straight into your repetitions. As you can see by my facial expressions, I am in pain with this one and it was quite a heavy weight for a home workout. Okay, so this was a suggestion by somebody to use cans as pectoral fly weight. I wasn't expecting to get the tear that I got off it. As you can see, I've got full contraction in my chest. I think a main point about this one is just to make sure that you're using the weight as wide as you possibly can. There is a slight bend in my arm, but that is just from years of doing heavier weights. So just to get the weight down safely, you want to drop your elbows to the floor, as you'll see me do, and then cans as well. So into the second set, and my chest is really feeling this. I know you can't really tell from the video, but if you look at the top of the repetition you can see that there is some tremor in the top of my chest. So final set on this exercise, just making sure I'm going for them nice slow negative reps, make sure that I'm staying nice and wide and that my head, my back and my bum are still attached to the floor to keep me in neutral spine. So second to last exercise we have is incline press ups. This is to target the lower part of the chest. As you can see, I started off with quite a wide grip on my sofa and my hands are just below the nipple height. This is to engage the chest more and obviously the lower chest as well predominantly. I would recommend in future wearing shoes. As you can see, I am slipping backwards quite a bit. So second set, just trying to get myself into position. I'm really focusing on this one just to be able to contract that lower chest. As soon as I get up to the top of that repetition, it's squeeze. So third set, doing exactly the same as the second set, just making sure that my chest is absolutely taking 100% of what I'm putting into it, making sure my triceps aren't trying to take too much of the pressure, and just going through the motion. So final exercise for this kind of routine is the tricep dip. You see, for the first 2 sets I've decided to keep my feet flat on the ground. This is just so I can have a bit of stability. Going into the second set of the tricep dips now, just making sure that my elbows aren't flaring, they're staying pointed backwards, keeping my shoulders pointing forward and trying to engage entirely on that lower chest. So third set on tricep dips, I decided to elevate my feet. This was to bring my chest and shoulders more into the movement, take my triceps out a little bit. So it was really important on this one just to make sure that you do go till failure. It may not look like I failed, but it was actually my shoulders and my chest that gave out on this one, not my triceps. So this is the split that I've done in this video. You're more than welcome to screenshot it, and if you've got any suggestions on what to do next, then let me know.